welcome to What We Know That You Should Know. As always, we come across industry experts with beneficial information that you can get value from. Today, we are fortunate to be with Marlon, the business healer. We'll find a lot more about him as we get to chatting. Say hi, Marlon.
Hi, guys.
Cool. Marlon, please. People at home are sitting there wondering, what is Theta Healing? Could you give them just a basic rundown as to what Theta Healing is?
For me, basically Theta Healing is you maximizing the mind, maximizing the brain. They say that we use under 10% of our brain, and Theta Healing helps you access more of that. And what that means is more control of your life, more control of your circumstances, better relationships. Whatever you want in life, it can be better. And when you can access through synchronicities, through intuition, through a healthy body, if anything you want in life with Theta Healing can be done.
Okay, cool. Before we started filming, you were chatting to me about the fact that Theta is actually a state that we have. Could you just elaborate on that?
Sure. Theta Healing, Theta is a brainwave state. So we have different brainwave states in which throughout the day. So an example is let's just say we're chatting like we are right now,
okay.
And that's more of a beta state, it's a more active state.
Okay.
Then you go into an alpha. So while we're talking, you access a memory of some sort, your brainwaves will dip somewhat, okay. And then you get into this alpha. It's more focused state.
Okay.
And even though you're aware of the conversation we're having, your mind is somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm not present.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then when theta is even deeper than that, it's not really sleep, but it's one where you are able to really draw on intuition.
Okay.
And really pull through the intuition. It's dreamlike state almost. So it's well known for sort of REM-like sleep, where you got the rapid eye movement.
Okay.
Because you got obviously deeper levels, which is that in REM-like sleep. And basically what you learn to do is get into that state in an awakened state. So
okay.
you can easily get into that state without having to go to sleep.
Oh, it's a very powerful state to be in.
Very powerful state.
Okay. How did you come across Theta Healing?
Scouring the net, wanting to learn more, learn things, consume information as many of us do on the net. I ended up finding a gathering where someone was doing an introductory talk on Theta Healing. And I didn't really need too much information. I just went straight for it with my wife, and we got to find, the gentleman who had showed me, his name is Eric Richardson. He actually demonstrated so much intuition in that night, and it absolutely blew me away in terms of how quickly one can shift themselves. And he demonstrated what like a Theta Healing session sort of looks like, and I loved that and immediately got drawn straight in.
Okay, so it's all about just getting your mind and your intuition to work better. So there's no invasive procedure, external things being put in. It's all using what's already inside of you.
Yes.
Okay.
The belief is that we are perfect and we are connected to a source that is absolutely abundant and infinite. And if that's the case, then where do your powers end? Where do your abilities end? And it's really about practicing that and demonstrate it, bring it to the world.
Okay, cool. How have you used Theta Healing in your life?
Well, I've used it everywhere. In my relationship with my wife, we have a magical relationship. I used it to manifest my center that we now use as a place where people can come and get help on all different spheres. And just the way we got the center itself was absolutely miraculous. We managed to travel when we didn't see any income coming, and we managed to do courses on numerous occasions without having to really know where that money is going to come from. And on the time that we wanted to also, it wasn't like, oh, one day, no.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to travel, the money will be there, and it's there, and we meet the right people at the right times, and I'm always in the right space. And that's really how Theta Healing has really helped me. You know, like many people, they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that happens too often. I'm not like that person. I'm like in the right place, always at the right time, meeting the right people, and it's always for the good. And really, that's what I believe life is about.
And it is about that type of flow.
Yes.
Okay. And then, any other stories you want to share as to how you've used it?
Oh, sure. I mean, when you're talking about your brain, when you're talking about how you access things. So, for example, Theta Healing is very well known for being able to scan another person. So let's just say you're in a room of a bunch of people, and you can immediately tell whether people are angry, sad, or happy, right? Why? Because you can notice a state. But there's a whole different level when you can literally intuitively scan someone's body and pick up that they have cancer, or your shoulder's sore, and that is a whole different level. It's for me, it's a heightened sense of just being able to look on the external level and see. With Theta Healing, you can actually dip into that and actually connect with that person and say, okay, geez, so your shoulder's sore, your back is sore, your liver, or maybe your adrenal glands are out of balance. And with Theta Healing, you can balance those things, because what happens is you will look at the world externally and something will impact you, but you'll brush it away, but internally inside your body, it's actually it's impacted in some way or form. So that may be in terms of your adrenal glands being used up, and then that habit over a period of time is burnout. So when you can access a Theta healer or someone that's in tune like that, they'll immediately be able to pick up, okay, so you overstressed right now. What is it that's really stressing you out? And mainly it's around beliefs about yourself, about your world.
Subconscious beliefs.
Yes. And then when you start believing, and a lot of it's like around unworthiness, I can't type of ideas, I don't deserve.
Not enough.
Exactly. So when you can start resolving those issues, all of a sudden the body comes into balance, the body comes into alignment, and the world just becomes an oyster.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you close it out for us by just giving us a couple of tips that someone could do to improve their state?
Sure. State. I mean, like a basic thing for state for me is, let's just say you're feeling sad.
Okay.
And you're having a bad day.
Okay.
And now the easiest way to get out of a bad day is firstly to just stop thinking that you're having a bad day. So
stop feeding it.
Well, thinking it is because usually you have to have some sort of frame of reference in your mind that makes you know that you're sad.
Yeah.
Because sadness it might be a feeling, but it's an action as well.
Correct.
So firstly, if you shift the action, because everyone knows you're sad, I mean, how we spoke about it earlier, knowing that you're looking at someone and seeing that they're sad, they're exactly hunched over. So I mean, the first thing is just lift your shoulders back, put a little smile on your face. I mean, there's a funny thing is like, someone's like, no, I'm not sad, I'm not sad. It's like, well, tell your face. Put a smile on your face, and that instantly already starts to move you into a different direction. It might not make you happy, but it'll make you, a little bit off sad. You'll be just, I'm pleased, or whatever it is, and that will slowly shift you towards where you want to be. Something a bit more in the Theta sort of perspective is to introspect a bit. I like to take a time out at the end of my day to sort of look back and say, or take stock of certain things that may have impacted me emotionally. This guy really irritated me, but I'd usually brush it off because I'm a man, I'm strong, all these things in my mind, but my body takes stock of those things, and if I'm not going back and just looking at them and resolving them, it doesn't work. But because most people don't know Theta Healing, I think that just an easier thing is to just let those people go. Let that guy that was in traffic and flipped the bird at me. I let you go. I release you from your obligation to teach me a lesson. And everybody like that, so that your subconscious mind can just be clean of that, and rather just be welcoming the things you want. Because essentially, the things you think about repetitively, they go into your subconscious mind, they go into your body, and then you experience more of those things externally. So the idea is to clean out that stuff so that you can have more of what you want is to start thinking more of what you want. And you can't do that when you're thinking of negative things and all these things that bother you. So release them so that you can just allow the good. And then gratitude. I love the gratitude game and like spending time of what I'm grateful for, what I'm enjoying, what I love, and starting my day off like that, and literally just visualizing that. And when you visualize it in a theta state, it amplifies it. But if you wake up in the morning and start thinking about it, you're already sort of in a theta-like state.
Okay.
So then when you start thinking of what you want, thinking of what you want, thinking of what you want, it is almost amplified, I believe. Okay. So that someone can try.
Brilliant, man. This is a very broad subject area, so we will do another one of these with you. And
excellent. Just
appreciate your time. And what I'll do at the bottom of the video, I'll put links as to how you can find out more about what we were talking about, as well as contact details where you can access Marlon's Healing Center. Thank you.